Hello, everyone. Today, we're going to dive into a topic that has sparked a lot of debate. Should the Stop Oil movement be supported? Whether you've seen their protests on the news or read about them online, you've probably noticed they get a lot of attention. But are their actions and ideas helpful, or are they creating more problems? Before we dive into the arguments, let's start by understanding what the Stop Oil movement is all about. What is the Stop Oil movement? The Stop Oil movement is a group of environmental activists who believe that the world needs to stop using oil and other fossil fuels as quickly as possible. Their goal is to push governments and corporations to take immediate action to combat climate change by reducing dependency on oil. They argue that oil is a major cause of greenhouse gas emissions, which lead to global warming and its dangerous effects, like rising sea levels, extreme weather, and loss of biodiversity. To draw attention to their cause, Stop Oil activists often engage in public protests. These protests are sometimes disruptive, involving roadblocks, sit-ins, or other actions that interrupt daily activities. While their methods have sparked controversy, their goal is to raise awareness about the urgent need for change and to pressure decision-makers into taking bold steps toward renewable energy. Why some people support Stop Oil. Now that we understand their mission, let's talk about the reasons people support the Stop Oil movement. For many, it's all about protecting the environment. Scientists have warned us that burning fossil fuels like oil and coal is one of the main causes of climate change. These fuels release greenhouse gases which trap heat in the atmosphere and make the planet warmer. Supporters of Stop Oil believe we need to act now to avoid an environmental disaster. Another reason people support the movement is that they want to raise awareness. Let's be honest, before you saw their protests, how much did you think about oil and its role in climate change? Stop Oil supporters argue that peaceful but disruptive actions like blocking roads or organizing sit-ins are necessary to get people talking about these issues. They say that without these actions, governments and companies might ignore the problem. There's also the argument that moving away from oil could bring long-term benefits. Renewable energy sources like wind and solar power don't pollute the planet and are becoming more affordable. Supporters believe investing in clean energy can create jobs, reduce our dependence on finite resources like oil, and make the world healthier for everyone. Why some people criticize Stop Oil. Not everyone agrees with the Stop Oil movement's methods or their message. One big criticism is that their protests can be too disruptive. Imagine you're stuck in traffic because a group of protesters has blocked the road. Even if you care about the environment, you might feel frustrated or even angry. Critics argue that this kind of disruption hurts regular people and could turn them against the cause instead of supporting it. Another concern is the economic impact. Let's face it, oil is still a big part of our lives. It powers our cars, heats our homes, and supports industries around the world. Critics say that moving away from oil too quickly could lead to job losses and higher energy costs. For countries that rely on oil production, this could mean serious financial trouble. There's also the argument that renewable energy isn't ready to fully replace oil. While solar panels and wind turbines are great, they can't yet provide enough energy to meet global demand. Critics believe we need a gradual transition, not an immediate ban on oil, to ensure we don't create new problems while solving old ones. Lastly, some people feel the Stop Oil movement focuses too much on one issue. Climate change is a big challenge, but it's not just about oil. Deforestation, agriculture, and overconsumption also play huge roles. Critics argue that by focusing only on oil, the movement might oversimplify the problem and ignore other important factors. Finding a middle ground. So where does that leave us? Like most debates, there's no easy answer. The Stop Oil movement raises important questions about the future of energy and the planet, but their methods and ideas aren't without flaws. Maybe the best approach is to find a balance. Governments could invest in renewable energy while also ensuring that workers in the oil industry have opportunities to transition to new jobs. Protesters could focus on raising awareness in ways that don't disrupt people's daily lives. And we, as individuals, can all make small changes, like using less energy or supporting companies that prioritize sustainability. It's also worth remembering that this isn't just about oil. It's about the kind of world we want to live in. Do we want a future where the planet is healthy and sustainable, or are we willing to accept the risks of continuing as we are? These are big questions, and the answers will affect all of us. In the end, the debate about the Stop Oil movement isn't just about fossil fuels. It's about how we balance the needs of the planet with the realities of our lives. Should we support bold actions to fight climate change, or should we take a more cautious approach? Whatever your opinion, one thing is clear. This is a conversation we all need to be part of. Thank you for listening, and let's keep the discussion going, because the future of our planet depends on it.